Hi, so today we're going to talk about the deadlift, all right? And we're going to talk about your traditional conventional deadlift where you're lifting the weight straight off the ground. Again, there are many variations of the deadlift. We are just going to be discussing the straightforward conventional deadlift. Maybe in future videos, we might discuss deadlift variations, and there are tons of variations. But for now, in this video, we're going to discuss your traditional deadlift, okay, which is basically lifting the weight in front of you from the ground, from a dead weight position, which is dead weight in front of you, and lifting it and standing up straight with it. That's as simple as it is, or as it sounds. It sounds simple, but it's basically lifting the weight off the ground and standing up with it. That's it. Just lift the weight off the ground and stand up straight with it. Now, it sounds very easy, but it is relatively a complex exercise. Again, depends on the individual and their mechanics. For some people, it's an easier exercise. For others, they have to do different variations because they might not have the flexibility or the strength. But once they develop the strength and flexibility, it's usually a relatively it's not super easy, as in super easy to master necessarily, but it's moderately easy for most people to master. Um, Again, but it is not an easy exercise to do, as in when you lift heavier and heavier weight, it does tire your whole body out. And this is something you'll probably want to discuss, is what muscles does the deadlift work? And you can pretty much, it's like almost like saying, well, all of them. And You know what? It would probably be easier to say ask the question, what muscles does it not work? Because that would take less time probably. But anyway, it works your posterior chain. It works your glutes, your hamstrings, your lower legs to a certain degree. Your quads, your erectors, uh, your lats, your back, your thoracic extensors, like so your whole back, right? Your traps, the muscles in between your shoulder blades, they have to kind of retract so that you don't fall forward. So pretty much all those muscles in from the back, basically, right? Like if you look at your back, your butt, your hamstrings, your calves to a certain degree, pretty much all of those muscles to a certain degree. It works all of those. So you're looking at your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves to a certain degree, your erectors, your lats, and your rhomboids, your traps. These are all worked, and if you go heavy enough with the deadlift, you will feel these muscles work. Maybe with the lighter weight, you might not feel it in some of the muscles, but that I mentioned. But you will feel it when you go heavier in weight. Um, it does work pretty much so many muscles, and if you're thinking, does it works the core immensely. Especially when you start using heavy weight and you're not using a belt, your core has to stabilize that weight. This is going to work your core immensely. All right. If you have a weak core, good luck trying to deadlift heavy weight. It's not going to happen. So, instead of doing all those contorted exercises people kind of do, the deadlift works the core immensely. All right. If you think about it, you're looking at an exercise which works your back, your legs, your forearms. I forgot to mention your forearms. It works. So you're looking at an exercise which is a great builder for pretty much most muscles of the body. There are very few muscles in the body which are not involved when you do the deadlift, and that's why it is so taxing and tiring. It's moderately hard to master, but to a certain degree, but it is hard on the body, and it's very taxing on the body because it utilizes so many muscles. And that, brings us to another point. When you do a complete body workout in one day, this is a great exercise. It gives you great bang for your buck. I mean, seriously, one exercise, boom, you're doing like so many muscles. This is probably your best bang for your buck exercise, right? Um, but a lot of people, when they start doing splits, workout splits, they have trouble trying to figure out where exactly to put it, right? Because I mean, it's working your back, your traps, your legs, so they don't know exactly where to pop the conventional deadlift. I mean, do they put in with their leg workout, or do they put in their back workout? It's because it taxes both of these areas extremely well, and so that's one of the issues that people have. Trying to figure out where to put this exercise when they start doing a split. Um, and it is a very efficient exercise, and it's also very functional. I mean, if you think about it, there is probably very few exercises as functional as a deadlift, because I mean, you always pick up stuff, right? You have to pick up stuff off the floor all the time, or at least, you bend down, pick up stuff. I mean, it is an exercise which carries over not just to a lot of sports, but it also carries over to everyday life, all right? And it works a great load of muscles. So it's just a brief introduction into the deadlift. Uh, it's a great exercise to incorporate, and sometimes, because it works so many muscles all at once, and when you graduate onto a split routine, people don't know exactly where to put it, because it works so many things all at once. And but nonetheless, it is a very, very efficient and effective exercise to build numerous different muscles. All right. And anyway, that's it for now, and I will talk to you later. Take care.